Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Believe You Are a Good Mom podcast. I'm Emily Wardrop from Drop the Word Life Coaching, where we help moms of young kids drop power struggle wars to create more peace in their parenting. Do you want to be a good mom? I will tell you the one simple secret of how to be a good mom. You already are. Don't believe me? You've come to the right place. I'm glad you're here. I've got you. Because when you truly believe you are a good mom, everything will change for you as you live into the truth of who you've always been. Let's get started. Okay, good morning, my friends. It is 2023. It is a whole new year. Are you a whole new you this year? Let's talk about this, okay? Because I keep seeing this. In fact, I even have a Bitmoji, which will be the cover art of this episode. As solo episodes go, I love to use my Bitmoji, and it says, New Year, New Me. So, did you wake up yesterday morning and be a whole new person? Did you resolve to stop yelling at your kids? And we're on day 2, and your resolution is up in flames already? Or did you resolve to wake up early before your kids and go downstairs into your workout video? Just hypothetically, maybe that might have been a thought that crossed my mind that could have been something to resolve this year. But day 1 of the new year was a Sunday, and we're not going to be doing that exercise routine on Sundays. And so, plus it's still the holiday. Why is New Year's Day a holiday? Whether it's Sunday or not, it's always like, okay, I'm going to get started tomorrow because this is a holiday. And then this holiday is extended to the 2nd because the first was on Sunday. So anyway, the point is there's always a lot of brain chatter full of excuses, right? Now, here's a question for you. Maybe you don't do this, but I sure do. So I was wondering why we, if I do something, I assume we all do it. Why do we resolve to do something daily? We're like, okay, fine. I'm going to read my scriptures every day without fail. Why is that what we think a resolution is? Because what I think that is now, in all my wisdom of years of trying to do this, that's not a resolution. That's a plan of failure. If you're resolved to do something absolutely every day, perfectly, with no exceptions, then you're just setting yourself up for failure, to beat yourself up about it, for shame, for the downward spiral that happens when we're stuck in that shame cycle, right? So I propose that we let ourselves off the hook this year. That's my favorite thing to do, right? Because when we believe we are a good mom, then we're like, what? I'm just supposed to believe that I'm good and just let myself off the hook? And like, am I not supposed to actually like be good, do good? I'm just supposed to believe that I am no matter what? What? Yes. Who wants to be on a hook? Okay. Okay, I just started like 7 different directions that it's going to go. What's new? Okay, so new year, new you. Okay, you're not going to just wake up and be a new you. Sorry. I don't know how many years you have to try that before you realize that that's not how it works. So I propose that if you would like to be a new you this year, then take a look at where you were on January of last year. And then you will see that you're a new you compared to last year, not compared to yesterday, right? If it takes 9 months to build a baby, how long do you think it takes to build a new you? It's not going to happen overnight. It is not a one and done, okay? This is not like a willpower that as soon as the calendar turns, all of a sudden I'm going to be perfect at doing this new thing or not doing this thing or whatever, starting some new habit, because that tends to be what we think of when we think of New Year's resolutions, right? So it takes longer than a decision overnight. Some things you can make a decision and then just be that, but brain science begs to differ, okay? So if you're going to be a new you this year, I propose that you don't plan on being a new you on January 1st of 2023. Be the change that you want to see throughout the year. Okay. So who do you want to be on January 1st of 2024? Who is she? And let's spend all year trying to get there instead of like resolve that on day one, I'm going to be perfect at this. I'm going to continue to be perfect every single day. As soon as I mess up, then I just give up. Okay. We're going to be having none of that. Okay. So let's get solid about this. So let's say your New Year's resolution was to stop yelling at your kids. You're just going to wake up on Sunday morning after staying up late on New Year's Eve and be all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, happy, fun mom that you always imagined yourself being, and you're not going to be grumpy ever again. And you're just going to be the sweet, kind mom that you know you are, right? Because you are a good mom. So you're just going to live into who you've always been starting on day one. How did that go? Well, first of all, you had to wake the kids up to go to church. And we know how that goes on a normal Sunday, let alone the Sunday after New Year's Eve in the middle of a snowstorm and all the things, right? So why would this Sunday, just because the calendar says it's 2023 now and not 2022, would it be any different? All because you resolved to make it different. Like, what are we expecting of ourselves here, people? Just back to the same old thing. We need to consciously get aware of what we are expecting of ourselves and realize that it's ridiculous. It's completely unrealistic, unattainable, and we're setting ourselves up for failure. Okay. So let's think about New Year's resolutions differently. So let's think about it's a new year, it's a new you gradually. Okay. Because you are a different you all the time. Your body is, its cells are dying and being reproduced all the time. And your brain does the same thing. Like you can reprogram your brain because your brain is, controlling a lot of these other functions that you're trying to change. Okay. So as we reprogram our brains, then we can feel differently and we can show up differently, but it's not going to happen overnight. Okay. So who do you want to be in 2024? And how do you get there throughout the year of 2023? Not just for the first week where you're doing really good with your white knuckling willpower, and then you give up because you messed up once and you're like, throw in the towel, forget it. Okay. So what is a sustainable, realistic thing that could change over time? And let's get realistic about that. Okay. All right. So who wants to set a resolution to believe that you are a good mom this year? I just remembered what I was planning on recording a podcast about. Oh, imagine that you are a good mom. Okay, so all right, so let's talk about what believing you are a good mom even means. We're going back to the basics today, okay? It's day 2 of the new year. And we are going to review what that even means, why it's so important, why I have a whole podcast about it, and kind of the summary. Okay. Because I sort of jumped in with both feet and and didn't exactly have an organized plan. And so there's not necessarily an episode that explains really well what the thesis of this podcast even is. Okay. And so I'm going to explain it to you now. My whole message that I want to scream from the rooftops, which I feel like I do scream this podcast from the rooftops because when I look out my window here, I kind of live on a hill and I'm looking down on the neighborhood. And so I feel like I am on a rooftop and I'm shouting down to these other rooftops. So anyway, my message that I'm shouting down to the snowy rooftops is that you are a good mom. Okay. So maybe your New Year's resolution this year was to be a good mom. I want to be a good mom. So how do I be a good mom? I'm going to, look it up, right? Because Google has the answer to everything. How to be a good mom. And hopefully, if you did a Google search on how to be a good mom, you would find some amazing parenting experts like Laura Markham. Love her. There's all sorts of peaceful parenting. That's what I like to call myself. Peaceful parenting. life coach. So I combine the peaceful parenting tools that I've learned from experts like Laura Markham, Lisa Smith. Can't recite off any other ones off the top of my head. I'm like looking over at my bookshelf. Anyway, combining those parenting coaching expert advice, right, on how to be a good mom with life coaching skills that actually help you, get any result you want. So if the result is to be a good mom, then the life coaching tools can help you get there. If the goal is to do those peaceful parenting actions in my action line, then the life coaching tools can help me figure out how to actually do those things, right? So combining those two, and of course combining that with the power of the atonement of Jesus Christ, this is my goal, right? That is what I envision as a peaceful parenting life coach, is to combine the parent coaching things, the life coaching things, the gospel coaching things, right? Because Jesus Christ, the best coach of all time. And all with the result in mind of being a good mom, right? So we all want to be a good mom. We want to be a better mom this year. Maybe that's your resolution. That's not a very smart goal, right? How do you measure whether you are a good mom? Okay. It is so subjective and it is so loaded that there is a lot more to it, right? And that's why they've even made the recipe for what a smart goal is, right? And that is just way too subjective and not measurable and all the things, right? I'm just going to be a good mom this year. So what does that mean exactly to you? That's first step, right? Is to write out all the expectations of yourself to qualify yourself as a good mom, because that's what your brain's doing already. It has, through all the programming of your whole life, decided on this unconscious list. If you don't make it conscious, it's still running your life in your subconscious brain. This list of all the expectations of yourself, in order for your brain to let you believe that you are a good mom, you have to meet all these expectations. Okay. So step one is we drop the war on that list. Burn the list, people. That list is ridiculous. So write out your list. What is expected of you in order to qualify as a good mom? If that was your goal this year, then you're for sure going to need to get something more specific. So what is on that list? And let's look at it. Let's analyze it. Let's get realistic about this. Is there anything on there that's actually even possible? One thing possible to be quote unquote perfect at, to be resolved to just do, right? So I propose, and here we go. I'm finally done blah, blah, blahing. I'm getting to the point here. The thesis of this whole podcast is that I propose that in order for you to be a good mom, the first step and what you need to do is believe that you already are. What? But I'm not, Emily. I'm not a good mom because I just yelled at my kids yesterday. Or you should see what they did or didn't eat yesterday. Or they haven't had a bath in how long, or brush their hair, or this house is a wreck and these kids are like jerk faces to each other, or whatever the thing is that your brain wants to bring up to prove me that I'm wrong, that you are a good mom. This is what we need to work on. Okay. Because here's the thing, my friend. All those things do not qualify you as a good mom or not. Okay. I'm telling you, our brain has been lying to us all this time, and it's time to get awareness of the lies. Okay. No matter what, you are a good mom. It's who you are inherently in your soul. You are good. God made you. He's good. You're good. Full stop. That's all there is to it. Okay. You are good. It's who you are. And you were sent down to earth in this mortal body, on this mortal earth, with all these mortal thoughts and feelings and all the things and actions. And so our result line doesn't match up with who we know we are sometimes. Like, we're not being who we actually are. We're not doing who we are. We're not feeling like who we are. We're for sure not thinking about who we are. Okay. So who you are is good. It just is. It's who you are. And there's all this other stuff, your thoughts and feelings and actions. Okay. But you are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are not your actions. You are good. And sometimes your thought, feelings, and actions are not good, but that doesn't mean that you're not good. You are good. Okay. When you believe that, when you think, I am a good mom, then you feel better. You act better. You are better. Your result is that you are who you've always been all along. Okay. So that is my whole point. That is my whole message. And every single one of these other podcasts is just to try to explain that message in different ways. Okay. And to help you figure out how to actually believe that yourself, because I know the power of a good belief. Because when you believe something, then you make it true. Then you can achieve it. Believe, achieve. Okay. So believe you are a good mom in order to be a good mom, because you already are. But you're believing lies that are keeping you from seeing the truth of that. Okay. So if we're going to set a New Year's resolution, let's resolve to believe that we are a good mom this year. And I will help you all year long with these podcasts. I have a free pre-recorded masterclass that is kind of a more detailed explanation, which I kind of thought I would do on this podcast. So why do I feel like I'm wrapping up when I've only been explaining for 10 minutes? Because we're busy mamas, right? Let's get back to being the good mom that we are. So go check that out at dropthewar.com/believe. You can get that free pre-recorded masterclass. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, here's the other thing. So you want to have a better relationship with your children. Is that, when you set a goal or a resolution, right? A New Year's resolution to be a good mom. Why? Why do we even want to be a good mom? Because we have these kids. All of a sudden, like, in order for us to think that we're a mom, it's because we have kids, right? That's what makes us a mom. So these kids, right? And we love them so fiercely. Like, you didn't even know you could love somebody that much. And the flip side of an emotion that is that strong, like you're feeling that much love, you're also going to feel the other emotions that strong. Okay. Because that's how emotions work. And so we can't figure it out, because we're like, if I love them so much, why am I yelling like this crazy person at them? They don't deserve this. They're like sweet and innocent and pure and just whining to get their needs met. Why is the whining so annoying that I'm losing my shiz over here? But it doesn't make any sense, because we love them so much, and we think that the negative emotions are like a bad thing, and we think that we're supposed to just feel that unconditional love all the time. Okay, so these are lies that I like to debunk on this podcast. So stay tuned. And what's my point? Who knows? Whoever can remember where I'm going with this. Point is, we have these kids, right? So we have a relationship with each one of our kids. How are you doing on those relationships? So this is what I do as your coach, is I help you with your relationships. Okay. So you have a relationship with your husband, with each one of your kids, with yourself, with your life, with money, with time, with stress, with emotions. A relationship is your thoughts and feelings about something. Okay. So we think that our relationship with our kids is like what they think of us. That's what we tend to think is a relationship. We're like, we have a good relationship if they're being nice and kind and sweet to us and saying, I love you, mommy, and you're the best, and all those things. But if our kid is like screaming, I hate you, and you're the worst mom ever, then we think we have a bad relationship, right? But that's giving a lot of power to a toddler. Okay. So the way your kids think about you is their relationship with you, but your relationship with them is how you think about them, how you think about yourself in regards to them, and how you think they think about you. But it's all your own perception. Every person has their own relationship. So if I feel like I don't have a good relationship with my husband, but he's off thinking like glorious thoughts about me and feeling really close and connected with me, but I'm thinking stinking resentful thoughts. See how we're both having a different relationship because we're having different thoughts. So, all this to say, it could definitely be a podcast unto itself about relationships, which it probably will, because this year I have a New Year's resolution to gift 365 relationship boost calls. Call them RBCs, relationship boost call. So it's just a quick 15 to 20, 25-minute call on Zoom where you come with a relationship in mind. That's all you have to do is show up on Zoom thinking about a person. Okay. So pick one specific kid that you're really struggling with. And we will, in just 15 to 20 minutes, boost that relationship. You will get off that call feeling like a whole new mom. It's a lot easier to believe you are a good mom when you're thinking and feeling good things about your kids. Okay. So if you have a kid that you're struggling with, I promise you that in just a magical 15 minutes, we can make a difference in your relationship with that kid. And 365 of them are not 365 different people. So you can come and get free relationship boost calls all year long, as many as you want, all of them free and no strings attached. So you literally just come on, tell me who you want to boost. I boost you. We get off the call. That's all there is to it. I promise. It's not a sales call. It's not a mini session. It's not a consult. It's just me wanting to give back to the world what I've been given. And I gotta tell you, like, these are not one and dones, right? So so I have a child that needs a boost in my brain. And I do my own little relationship boost call in my own brain multiple times a day. So multiple times a year, that's not just like ridiculous. It's what is ridiculous is thinking that we can do this on our own because we've been trying, right? We've been trying for as long as those kids have been alive. You've been trying. And if you're still feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and stressed and resentful and irritated and annoyed and all the things, and you're like, I'd rather feel love a little more often. Like, I know all the emotions are okay, but like my ratio feels a little off. I would love to help you. Okay. So, free relationship boost calls, go to dropthewar.com/appointments to sign up for a time that works for both of us. And I will see you on Zoom. Happy New Year's, my friends. It's been good to chat with you again. How did you like the origin story series? So we haven't had a solo series or a solo episode here in a minute because last week I was all excited about finally launching my origin story series. So was that fun to hear from Jody and Crystal and Tyson? Super fun. Love my coaches. Okay, so now we're back. It's just me. I've been sitting on quite a few episodes, actually, interviews. And so there'll be more interview episodes coming out this year. There'll be more of just me. Let's work on our relationships. Let's work on being a whole new you this year, one day at a time, one step at a time. We're only failing forward here. Okay. There's no, I resolved to stop yelling. I yelled already on day one. I give up. I guess I'm just a yeller and I'm just going to keep yelling, right? Like there's none of that around here. There's just believing that you are a good mom and that this is a lifelong process to live into who you actually are and to stop believing the lies. Okay. So keep coming back, rate, review, subscribe, share with your friends, all the things, right? So that we can all be doing this work together because all the mamas of all the world, you can't see the video on this episode, but my big Lego set Christmas present was a globe. So I have a Lego globe behind me to complement the map behind me. So this is a worldwide effort. There's a lot of mamas. We all need to believe that we are a good mom. So spread the word. Okay. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm always available. I'd love to chat with you. So you can sign up for one of these free RBC calls if you want to talk on Zoom, if you want to just chat on Instagram or Facebook, drop the word life coach. everywhere. Drop the War Life Coach on YouTube. My kids uploaded a video this week. If you need 3 Minecraft hacks, that's on Drop the War Life. Oh, and my husband uploaded some, speaking of Lego sets, he did this serious double set of, there's an old roller coaster and a new roller coaster, and he combined them together. It's really pretty cool. And so go to Drop the War Life Coach on YouTube to see those and all sorts of other my interview podcasts. Those are on there if you want to see the videos. There's all sorts of old videos that were from, back when. Good stuff. There's content everywhere. Anyway, but the point is that if you have questions, comments, please, let's make this a two-way conversation, not just me talking to my mic all the time all by myself. So Facebook, Instagram, DM me. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me what you're struggling with. Let's boost these relationships this year, okay? Including your own. Be a whole new you this year. Start by believing you are a good mom, because you are. Love you, friend. See you next time. Bye.
Hey friend, thanks for listening. If you want to learn more about how you can believe that you are a good mom, head over to dropthewarlifecoach.com/believe and you get access to my free pre-recorded masterclass that will teach you all about the hands-on, exactly how to believe that you are a good mom. Start believing right now. Feel the peace, my friend. We got this. You got this. See you there.